Prologue: The Shadows of Adrestia. Upon his return to Garreg Mach, the humble Tomas shapeshifts and flees, and not even the Knights of Ceres's most concerted efforts can track down the erstwhile librarian. Meanwhile, Edelgard seizes upon Monica's rescue as a chance to start down a radically different path than she had originally planned.
Things went like clockwork with Monica.
Thanks to Professor Yuritsa playing his part so ably. And equally to those arrogant fools for letting their guards down.
I doubt we will see such fortune next time.
Next time? Don't tell me.
The moment has come to take matters into our own hands at the Imperial capital. This is our chance to finally be rid of them.
But, Lady Edelgard, we aren't ready. We'll need an entire host to keep them in check.
And we have one. The Church.
Forgive my impertinence, but that is not the plan.
You are the man who once told me to leave no sword in its scabbard.
Yes, but one must also take care not to wound themselves when unsheathing it. I am sorry, my lady, but this plan is ill-advised. I cannot support it. And even if I were to ignore common sense and go along, it still throws our future plans into disarray.
I thought you devised countermeasures to deal with the Church. Use them.
But those were meant for... Very well. Are you absolutely certain this is the path?
I am anything but certain. Yet the bandit attack in the mountains created an opportunity we cannot ignore. And I doubt the appearance of this new mercenary is simple coincidence. Plans can be rewritten, Hubert. Either we're doing this, or we're not. Will you sit around and wait for a miracle? Or will you help me seize control of my fate?
I am with you, Lady Edelgard. As ever. Then let us walk forward on this path, and see where it takes us.
I apologize for bringing this to you on such short notice, Archbishop.
Not at all, Edelgard. But might I ask, what prompted this sudden desire to return to Enbar?
We believe one of Tomas's collaborators may have infiltrated the capital.
My word!
Tomas tended the library at Garreg Mach for decades, with nary a blemish on his record. And then, without warning, he drops his disguise and reveals himself to be a vile sorcerer of terrible ability. Someone at the capital also fits that pattern. A man we know all too well.
And who might that be?
My uncle, and regent of the Empire, Bokhard von Arundel.
His lordship briefly defected from the Empire before reappearing several years later. But he returned a changed man, and began seizing power almost immediately. Witnesses claim he wields dark magic in secret, and is able to change his appearance at will.
That does sound suspicious, if these witnesses can be believed.
I would ask that you do believe them, as the information comes from my own House Vestra.
I see. And when you return to the capital, how do you propose to deal with this uncle of yours?
Lord Arundel has the support of a number of influential nobles, including the Prime Minister, Duke Ayer. And while we have allies of our own, it's likely they'll require some convincing. To that end, we wish to bring our friends here at the Academy, their daughters and sons, with us under the supervision of Professor Yuritsa.
We hoped you would consider deploying the Knights of Seros, so the Imperial Army doesn't get any strange ideas.
You wish to march on the Empire, with the Church's knights at your back?
Your support would give credence to our claims.
Additionally, the Knights would keep the populace in check upon our arrival, thereby preventing the city from descending into utter chaos.
The more I hear of this, the more credible the threat sounds.
It's clear you have thought carefully and planned well.
We intend to seize the palace with our own forces, and will do our utmost to contain the conflict there. But we still need your help. Please.
I have two conditions. The first, when you capture Lord Arundel, he is to be turned over to the Knights at once. The second, our Knights are not to engage in battle directly.
I would have it no other way.
Step lightly, Edelgard. Should these claims about Lord Arundel prove false, we will take action accordingly. Make no mistake as to who will be held accountable.
Understood. But please know we have nothing to gain from deceiving the Church.
Very well. I will summon the Knights and let you instruct them as to your plan. May the Goddess watch over you all.
Well, that was certainly an unexpected conclusion to the whole Tomas saga. Thanks to his shapeshifting ability, he slipped free of the Knights and escaped.
Shape-shifting.
Yes, that's what I said. Also, I know what you want to say next. His powers are just like the ones you gave me.
His powers are just like the ones you gave me. Are you in league with him, Arval? Where do these powers come from?
If I am in league with him, no one has informed me. All I have is you, my dear partner in destiny. Still, I saw what you saw. Clearly, we don't have a monopoly on shapeshifting.
Now that everyone knows about Tomas, some of them must have connected the dots back to me. At least they've had the grace to keep it to themselves.
It's because they trust you. Hold on, someone's coming.
Ah, there you are.
Something wrong?
I must return to the Imperial capital soon for an important matter. Will you join me? Most of the other Black Eagles are coming.
What's this about?
I fear I must keep that to myself until we're closer to the capital. But I promise you this, there will be battle, and you will have a chance to shine.
Are you sure? I mean, these powers I have...
Are like the ones Tomas used? Yes, that is a bit disquieting. Still, you've given me no reason to mistrust you. You could have wrested yourself free of us from the start, but instead you chose to stay here at the monastery. You fought by our side and helped us save Monica. I think I can give you the benefit of the doubt. But here's my true proposal. If you accompany us, there's a good chance you'll learn where your powers come from.
Ooh, now that is intriguing.
In that case, I accept. Thanks.
We're in 4 here. Okay, speak with your classmates. Okay, I'll be right back.
We're at the
because I have
part
to
where I
go to
left
the
off on
restroom.
the demo.
Good day. If you please.
I believe this is the first time we met. My name is Latilva. I serve as one of Lady Edelgard's personal guards, and I will be assisting with the entry into the capital. I believe we were working separately tomorrow, so I trust you'll take an excellent care of her. Dun dun dun.
Need something?
Me? I'm a commander from House Vestra. House Vestra may not have any territory to speak of, but we don't lack any military might. Though we're in a bit of a peculiar bunch. Okay.
Hey!
So I heard you really know your way around a fight. But come on, that can't be true. I mean, you got those scrawling little stick arms. Yeah, you're barely taller than a child, and you got a baby face without a single scar. Yeah, it's
Let's
rolling.
see.
Yep, you got me. I'll probably trip and stab myself in the stomach before the fight even starts.
Handle it, will ya?
I sure hope not. Listen, maybe you should just stay behind me, alright? I'll keep you safe. Ah,
You should hear this.
funny. She didn't call Ferdinand and Leinhardt, yet she summoned the French nobles such as myself? What could Lady Edelgard be thinking? Still, it's a great honor. And it could make for a fine opportunity to increase my family standing with Lady Edelgard. Okay.
What's going on?
Tread lightly, friend. The woods around here are hunting grounds of House Verslog. And to enter recklessly is to forfeit your life. Sure.
How may I help you?
Hello there. I'm Lyson from the Knights of Saros, sent to assist the assault on the capital. I came here to attend the final planning meeting, and I must say, we knights have a good deal to learn from the thorough way of Hubert managed intelligence. Giving only what information is necessary at a given time sounds simple enough, but often proves quite difficult in practice. And though few of us understands the full situation, there still has no major confusion. Regardless, we intend to cooperate fully with both Lady Edelgard and the Imperial Army. Dun dun dun. Do you think it's a good thing that I came along? I mean, it's true that we want as many good fighters as we can get, but when it comes to actual plans, I'm completely in the dark.
Hey!
But not much to do with now. We'll definitely be counting on you when it comes to the fight. Yep.
What are your thoughts?
Do you know there's a whole town under Garrick Mach? A bunch of suspicious characters live there. They call it Abyss. I wonder what those folks are really like. Damn, this game is already ahead. The church leave them alone though, so they must not have been involved in the business with Tomas.
It's you.
I never thought the chance of fighting with Lady Edelgard would fall into my lap so quickly, but here it is. I won't tolerate those curs who strut about the Imperial Palace as if they own the place. No, sir. Sorry about that. You probably have no idea what I'm talking about. Well, Lady Edelgard is going to explain everything tomorrow, so let's just plan to win a glorious victory in her name, yes? The real power in the Empire is held by 6 great noble families. The Prime Minister, Eager, in the center, and the Lord Arodel has regent. You're familiar with the notable 6,
In
right?
essence,
They are the apex aristocrats, and exclusive inheritors of the important positions such as the ministers of military affairs and domestic affairs. Okay. All right. What do you got to say? Given your past, I hardly think it's necessary for me to ask after your readiness for battle. We will be counting on you on Enbar, but the sword in Lady Edelgard's hands is a smite her foes. Also, you should know that the victory in tomorrow's battle will hold great significance for yourself as well.
Let's see.
Oh, absolutely. I do not wish to speak out of turn, but Lady Edelgard is surely having many enemies.
My word is a bond.
When we arrive in Enbar, I will be fighting to my utmost. I fight not just for the Empire, but for Bridget as well. They have fates that are intertwining. I don't know exactly what's going on here, but they'll hire me to do their job.
Well...
I have a contract. That's the only reason I'm here.
So basically...
So is this a contract with the church? Does it have to do with the fact that you're a professor? Think what you want. Jeez. Okay.
Over here.
Monica? Ah, perfect timing. I wanted to thank you again. I meant to earlier, of course, but things have been quite hectic lately. And while Lady Edelgard unfortunately did not tell me every single detail, it sounds like you played a big part in my rescue. So thank you for that. I mean it. Oh, I didn't do much. Edelgard was the one who really saved you. Still, I'm glad you're safe. So if I have played some small part in that, then all the better.
I agree.
Well then, I'm expecting even greater things from you once we reach Enbar. Lastly, Edelgard.
Do you have a moment?
We'll be entering Enbar tomorrow, so rest up and restore your strength.
Huh?
That bad, huh? Yes, we're expecting to be quite the battle. But I look forward to seeing what you can do.
Meh.
In that case, I'll make sure my gear's ready. Oh, thank you. Oh, perhaps now might be a good time to speak with the others. Seeing your calm and collected should help soothe the nerves of any of who are anxious in the shadow of battle. Alright, I better get some rest before the fighting kicks off. Oh, pretty much I already did everybody. Ha! Thank you for speaking with everyone.
What do you think?
It's grown quite late. You should rest up for tomorrow.
What? Solon's been unmasked.
Yes, my lord. Rooted right out of the monastery.
First Kranya's debacle, and now this. What in the world is going on?
I know not, my lord. What are we to do?
Keep our composure for a start. Send word to the kingdom and see that Cleobulus is informed. Tell him to remain prudent. If he must go into hiding, so be it.
At once, my lord.
Yes?
Lord Regent, I have urgent tidings to report.
You may enter.
Forgive the intrusion, my lord, but we just learned the Knights of Seros march on Enbar. Their purpose is unclear, but they will arrive by morning. We've been turning ourselves upside down to make ready.
The Knights of Seros? No. Do you think...
There's only one person who could be behind it. How dare she bare her fangs at us? They may already be within the palace walls. Mobilize the guards and search. If anyone so much as looks at you askance, kill them on the spot.
Yes, my lord.
Her Highness has given the signal, Valdemar.
Already? I had thought they were still negotiating. Things are moving rather quickly.
The situation must have changed. Our children are still at Garrick Mach, after all.
I admire how strong she's become. I just wish we'd had more time to appraise her competence.
Well, if she's caught us with our breeches down, imagine how they feel. I can't wait to see the confused look on those dastards' faces. Oh, I'm going to enjoy every second of this.
As if you'd be content to watch. Once the battle starts, you'll be knee-deep in gore with all the rest. Which means I'll have to make it clear where I stand. We can't afford to tear the Ministry apart by having the pen and sword at odds.
These are your instructions. I imagine they may not come as a surprise to many of you. For some time now, Enbar Palace has been infested with the same darkness you saw in Tomas. They have made a puppet of the Emperor and plot with disloyal subjects to seize control of the Empire. Our objective is to stamp these traitors out, seize the palace, and reclaim the Empire for our own.
You realize it's just us, right, 80? That sounds kind of impossible.
Still, the Empire is having many soldiers. Perhaps you could be changing their minds?
Those who can be won over will be. And the realization they are fighting the Imperial Princess ought to dull the others' blades. We have also secured the cooperation of several nobles inside the palace.
Very impressive, Your Highness. And very you. I suppose all that remains is to head inside and take care of business.
Hang on, sorry. You want to take over the Imperial Palace? You've got to be kidding me.
So here we are, ready to deal a masterstroke to the heart of the mighty Empire. Life with you certainly isn't boring.
We'll infiltrate the palace through the rear gate, then apprehend Lord Arundel and Duke Ire. From there, we'll secure the palace's strategic positions, eliminating all resistance we encounter along the way.
If that is our plan, then time cannot be wasted.
You can hear them scrambling in the palace from here. Let's not wait for them to find their bearings.
Lead the way, Your Highness. Oh, and make sure to keep her safe, Hubert.
You know every square inch of that place, after all.
Just mind you don't fall prey to your own distractions.
These villains have had free run of my house for too long. Today, I take it all back.
Okay, so defeat the Duke, Ire, and Lord Arundel. Defeat conditions none. Before starting the battle, you could adjust the units to deploy. Units placed within the dark blue grid will be available to control and give orders to. Units placed in the light blue grid will only be available to give orders to. Oh, that makes sense. Highlight the units and see their advantages, disadvantages. Oh, to see the advantages against enemies will appear in the battlefield. Next effectiveness. Choose units that will have the advantage against the enemies that you'll be facing. Yeah, this is fine. The Convoy Menu is where you prepare for battle. Here you can equip weapons, equip combat arts, and change abilities and classes. Change your classes will change the weapons you can equip as well as your actions. Ooh, excuse me, the big yawn during battle. It will also change your advantage against enemies. You acquire a new weapon in the last battle. Go ahead and equip it. Funny they use grids even though there's no such thing as grids. Okay, let's save on the second spot. Okay, let's fight.
It was easy enough slipping in the back. The knight's unexpected visit must have thrown the court into disarray.
In that case, we'd best find and apprehend Duke Ire and Lord Arundel before they grow wise to our scheme.
Duke Ire should be in the throne room. We'll enter through the back way.
Advance on the throne room, okay.
Yes, that way he will never see our coming. But we must hurry.
The guards along the way are in Duke Ire's employ, so deal with them as you must.
Gotta keep aiming higher.
Okay, I'm level 8. And here's the thing. They recycled the same map from the last battle. Get out of the way.
Surrender, Duke Ire.
What in the... No! Seal the gate now!
Well, this complicates things. We'll have to cut around through the gardens.
So we'll run through the gardens and pursue Duke Ire.
Send soldiers to the gardens! I want a sword on every path between myself and those rats.
A man so desperate he doesn't realize he's already lost. So let us break through and prove it to him.
Physical attacks and magic attacks. There are two types. Physical attacks, swords, axes, bows, lance. Damage is calculated based on your strength and the enemy's defense. Magic attacks, Tome says damage is calculated based on your magic and enemy's resistance. Armor Knights have high defense but low resistance, so Tome wielding classes such as monks and mages will have easier time dealing. There are also classes that can do both types of attacks. There are unique physical weapons that could also deal magic. What the hell's this? Oh, let me get the chest.
I feel no mercy.
Oh, I don't got a key.
No offense, but what's to stop him from running away?
Oh, I already solved that particular problem.
The time has come, ministers. Show the Duke your true allegiance lies with the Empire.
Apologies, Ludwig, but if you want to leave, it'll have to be through me.
And if you want back in, you must go through me. Although I must seem like nothing in comparison to that bear at the front gates.
You return on me now.
Wait, so those are the nobles you won over? Where'd you find the time to orchestrate that?
Now that we have Duke Aya pinned down, let us clip his wings for good.
It's not over.
And dead. Oh yeah, through here.
No! You're still outnumbered, and this isn't done until I say it is.
It's finished, Prime Minister. Lay down your arms and surrender peacefully.
Out of the way!
Defeat and capture Duke Ire. I leveled up.
Gotta keep aiming higher.
Yep.
Use the fire orbs! I don't care if you bring the palace down around us. Just do it!
They're shooting at us? We should probably do something about that.
The ambitions of Ludwig von Ire won't be broken by the likes of you! How can this be? I have riches, power. I am as great as a man can be.
everything and remain alert.
Duke Ire been captured already. The wretch didn't even have the grace to buy me some time. Well, I've little interest in facing burglars, so it's time for me to deploy my wild card.
Dark magic. Find the casters and strike them down so we might dispel this sorcery.
Come, Voldemort. You and I can split up and sweep the palace.
A fine idea, Leopold. Let us make clear to these fell warlocks that they are most unwelcome in this place.
I'm afraid to consider how we'd stand without those two on our side.
Got them both.
There. That should stop those fire orbs from, well, firing.
It's not over.
Did I get the key? Oh, one way to find out. Yeah, I did. I should do orders.
Begin. The Sky Spirit watches over me. Here I go. No mistakes. They must learn who they're up against.
Leave this one to me. That's my cue.
Right then. Let us go to work. I will see my due.
I will gladly handle this. Orders received.
Now to do a lot of walking. A new weapon.
We'll have these defenses crippled in short order.
I'd rather be attacking than defending, but I still find this whole affair to be very annoying.
Keep it up. We must eliminate the mages.
These are definitely the same people who kidnapped me.
You people are all magic and no muscle. I'll snap you like twigs.
You know, it may benefit us to learn more about this dark magic.
keep aiming higher.
Begin. The Sky Spirit watches over me.
Leave this one to me. That's my cue.
Right then. I will see my duty done.
I must get stronger.
Yay, she's level 3. Good.
Any experience is worth having.
Damn, he barely got to level 2.
The barrier should dissipate.
That still didn't stop them. It seems they came prepared for any eventuality.
Quickly now! We need to reach Lord Arundel before he slips through our fingers.
Any who sided with Duke Ire or Lord Arundel and oppressed Her Highness will receive no quarter from us.
Hubert, you finally said something I like. Now let's go stamp them out.
Take this!
Okay, I can capture that. Oh, it's been captured. Yay! Ooh, Monica's like
With all I have.
short on health.
I've got this.
Yeah, let's go over there. Got it.
That takes care of the cleanup. I think Her Highness should be very pleased with me indeed.
Whether or not she is pleased with you should be of secondary concern. The most important matter is what benefits Lady Edelgard.
Wretched vermin. No.
Out of the way!
And dead.
Sorry, what?
Are you starting to understand the situation you're in?
No! I have to act.
Useless.
Out of the way!
I know when I am bested.
Not happening!
We are the darkness itself, and the darkness cannot be slain.
He escaped.
Cowardly of him. But we can take comfort in our victory either way.
Yeah, I guess.
Now what?
Huh? Are you kidding me? When mercs celebrate a win, we slap our open palms together like that.
A commendable victory, Lady Edelgard.
Thank you, Hubert. Still, I don't much like how those rats managed to keep skittering away.
I imagine that guy's pretty close with Kranya and Tomas, since he shapeshifted and all.
Yes. They're all part of a clandestine organization attempting to conquer Fodlan from the shadows. Those who slither in the dark.
Huh. Never heard of him.
So, what is the plan now, Your Highness?
We make ready for my coronation. Hubert, gather everyone in the throne room.
At once, Your Highness.
Oh, this is wonderful! Your Highness is going to become Your Majesty!
Yes, but first I must speak with the Minister of Domestic Affairs, as well as the other counts. Also, I need you to go to the Knights of Seros. I wasn't expecting all of you this soon. What are you doing here?
We demand an explanation. You arrested my father, Edelgard. How could you do such a thing without discussing it with me first?
I'm probably not getting the finer points here. But you basically defeated both my father and Ferdinand's, is that right?
I wasn't fighting your father, Caspar. He was aiding me, as was Count Hevering.
So, what about my father? Did you arrest him?
Unfortunately not.
Oh, okay.
Look, I'm sure you have your reasons for all of this. But maybe you should sit down and talk us all through it.
And I intend to. We'll reconvene later and clear everything up then. Monica, join me. We'll talk as we go.
Growth is a part of life.
I won't let myself stop here. Gotta keep aiming higher.
What a fascinating power.
One step at a time. A new power is now being mine.
I must make the most of this ability.
Only thorns left on this rose.
Ooh, that's a... I got 2 intermediate seals. Okay, good. I need more gold. There has to be an easier way to farm gold.
And you say I have 2 years to complete these preparations?
In cooperation with Count Hevering, of course. You and Hubert can finalize the details later. As I won't be choosing a Prime Minister for some time, I realize this may result in extra work for you. However, that also means more latitude to do things as you see fit, so long as you ensure we're prepared for a 5-year war.
I will not rest until I discover a solution, Your Highness. So long as our military leaders don't tread on my toes, I shouldn't have too much difficulty.
For something this big, you better believe we'll have plenty of need for resources. Leave it to a narrow-minded quill carrier like you to call that treading on your toes.
In Her Majesty's name, I will decide what is and isn't appropriate regarding your needs. Also, anyone would seem narrow-minded when compared to a swollen-headed juggernaut such as yourself.
A juggernaut, huh? Yeah, I like the sound of that.
I see someone allowed his sarcasm lessons to lapse.
Moving on. Lord Arendel's followers will doubtless attempt to interfere, so we'll need to keep a close eye on them. Once Count Varley joins us, we can discuss the matter I mentioned further.
It seems he's just arrived, Your Majesty.
Apologies for my tardiness. Gregoire von Varley at the court service. My, but attendance seems light. Where is the Lord Regent and the rest of our noble six?
Duke Ire stands accused of treason and has been dismissed as Prime Minister. He currently awaits judgment in one of our finer dungeons. Lord Arundel is a fugitive from the same crime, and will be taken in soon. Dead or alive, it makes no difference.
Well, this is a rather shocking turn of events. I had no idea Ludwig was capable of such things. Still, rest assured that I am nothing like him.
Indeed. And as for the others, Duke Gert was dispatched to Western Fodland to conduct negotiations. And my father, the late Marquis Vestra, perished in the struggle to capture Duke Ire. Which makes me the new Marquis Vestra, and Minister of the Imperial Household.
Ah!
You've nothing to fear, Count Varley. Her Majesty intends to bestow a great honor upon you.
Majesty? Wait, you mean...
The title hasn't been formalized just yet, but as it stands, you should view it as a foregone conclusion. More importantly, Count Varley, there is a very important position I wish for you to fill. I intend to rebuild the Southern Church, and who better to be the bishop than you, our Minister of Religious Affairs? I will make my case to the Archbishop personally.
Thankfully, Lord Arundel and his men are no longer around to obstruct such a move.
You would bestow such a position on me? Make no mistake, it is a great honor, but are you certain?
Very. Now then, your first duty in the role will be to oversee my coronation. Do not fail me, Bishop. I'm sorry to keep you waiting. Are you enjoying your stay at the palace?
More than I expected, though I do feel a bit out of place here.
Understandable. Everyone here either is a noble themselves or serves one. However, that will change. As Emperor, I plan to end discrimination based on social status. Everyone will have a chance to rise to the top, whether they are born into the aristocracy or not.
No more nobles or commoners, huh? That does sound pretty great. I'll be impressed if you can actually pull it off.
Oh, I will. But at the moment, I have a proposition for you.
Go on.
We've successfully expunged the Prime Minister and the rest of that puppet government. But a certain amount of unrest is unavoidable, which means I must remain here in the capital. In other words, I can't go back to Garrick Mach and continue my studies.
What about the others?
Our noble families will be in disarray as we transition to my system and new heads of household take power. Of course, some, like Dorothea, are not as affected as the other students. But all of them have offered to stay and help rather than return to the monastery without us. If you'd be willing to do the same, I'd like to offer you a top post in my new military.
Now there's a tantalizing offer. It's not like you have any real obligation to the church. Plus, it sounds like quite the thrill.
I'm more of a hired sword than an officer.
Which is why you're perfect. Hubert wants to recruit mercenaries such as yourself and form a new unit. I can't put some noble in command of them. That would be ill-advised. But they would listen to a capable fighter such as you. You're Hubert's first and only choice.
I don't know if I really have the experience for it. But if you have that much faith in me, I won't let you down.
Having deposed Lord Arundel and Duke Ire, Edelgard quickly arranges for her coronation, her eyes now fixed firmly on the monumental task laid out before her. All the while, the kingdom of Fargus is thrown into unrest over the right of succession, while the Leicester Alliance finds themselves pitted against an invading Almiran horde. Realizing the troubles of Fodlan will fall squarely on her young students' shoulders, Archbishop Rhea closes the Officers' Academy and permits her charges to return home.
Hey there, everyone. Thank you for watching this episode. Please leave a like. It would help me get more visibility on the YouTube algorithm. Leave a comment, and if you're not subscribed, then subscribe. And follow me on my social media, especially on Twitter, where I will announce when I go live on Twitch. And follow me on Twitch also at twitch.tv, The Real Dark One. And I hope to see you over there and in the next episode. So take care and goodbye for now.